In row number 2, the Ridner Racing speaking sponsors, Chevrolet number 96 from Danville, Indiana. This is A.J. Ridner. And starting on the inside of Ridner, Brandon Mefford in car number 83 from Spiceland, Indiana. The Sunnyside Motors PGG Enterprises Chevrolet.
Starting outside of the front row, your 2012 Series champion and winner last fall here at Lucas Oil Raceway, the USA Tires Edco Welding Chevrolet from Indianapolis, Indiana, the 11 of Jimmy Kirby. And alongside him, starting on the pole, the Fish.com GT Products Chevrolet from Elkhart, Indiana, the number 1, that is Jim Brown.
Ready to go, 40 laps of action. The Stealth Trailers 40 for the Stealth Trailers CRA Street Stock Division. Sam Pierce Chevrolet Pace Truck ready to drop to the infield. We've got the field of Street Stocks ready to go. It's the season opener for Matt Preer. It is race number 1 of the 2014 campaign for the Stealth Trailers CRA Street Stocks. 40 laps they'll go. To Brian Duncan's green they come.
Out of turn 4, the green flag is out, and we are underway for the 2014 racing season for the Stealth Trailer CRA Street Stock Series powered by Jags. Rookie competitor Jim Brown out in front, but here comes Jimmy Kirby to the inside of the 11 machine. Brandon Mefford right there is in the 83 as they come out of turn 2.
Single file formation, top 3 in the rundown, 4th and 5th side by side. Side by side they race into turn number 3. It is now for the number 2 position. Door to door, coming off of turn number 4 to the inside curve to the outside. Mefford has second at the line.
Mefford in second. He'll try to chase down the Elkhart, Indiana rookie Jim Brown, the number 1 machine. A regular in years past up at New Paris Speedway up in New Paris, Indiana. Now he's got Brandon Mefford on his back bumper. The 83 is a 0. Ricky Young off the pace. He has had problems all day. He will pull onto pit road.
Watching 2 fast qualifiers come from the 7th and 8th position. Second fast qualifier, Knightstown, Indiana driver, Mr. Personality, Jeff Lane. Lane running the outside lane. He's behind Dustin Burge and A.J. Ryder. Behind him, the 73 of Jason Atkinson. They're the top 2 in qualifying today, and they're trying to pick the right lane.
Kirby was the winner back in September here at Lucas Oil Raceway during the fall brawl. Now he's looking to make it 2 wins in a row here into Circle City. He looks to get by the 83 of Brandon Mefford. Behind him, A.J. Ridner, 3rd, the 96. Dustin Burge in 4th. And Jeff Lane now in the top 5, the 21. Kirby again to the inside, nothing doing.
That outside lane is preferred here at Lucas Oil Raceway. You could run that outside groove, keep your momentum up. The drivers to the bottom have a hard time finding the momentum they need to pull alongside of you, and that's what Kirby is running into right now. Down the straightaways, Mefford pulling ahead. Trouble down in 3 and 4. Crabtree goes around, caution out for the first time.
Jaron Crabtree, the 163 machine, the 14-year-old rookie from Muncie, Indiana. Contact with the turn 1 wall. Tough break for one of our several Rookie of the Year title contenders in this field this weekend. Crabtree able to pull away in the 163. 7 laps completed. 33 laps to go here in the Stealth Trailers 40 for the Stealth Trailers CRA Street Stock Series powered by Jags.
Next time around, front row has Mefford the leader on the outside, Kirby second place on the inside. Second row of Ridner and Burge. Burge has been strong today in the season opener, won the championship with the series a year ago. And then Jeff Lane and Jason Atkinson, the 2 fastest cars here today in qualifying and practice, and they're ready to go from that row number 3. I wouldn't be surprised to see Lane maybe try a move to the bottom. He's laying back a little bit. I could see him try to get a run coming down the front stretch and pull a 3-wide move into the first corner. Going to find out coming off of 4, 7 in, 33 to go.
Chief Setter Brian Duncan, the green flag in the air. We're back underway here at Lucas Oil Raceway. Brandon Mefford with a good jump on the 11 of Jimmy Kirby, but he's got a back bumper full of Dustin Burge in the 63 as he skates around the 96 of A.J. Ridner. Here comes Jason Atkinson in the 73 car. He gets by Jeff Lane. He gets by Ridner. Move him up to 4th.
And what I was fearing for the 21 of Jeff Lane was being in that 5th restarting position on the bottom, not necessarily the place to be. He looked to go 3 wide and 1 and 2. It just never opened up for him. And he's still mired in traffic. Couple of car lengths back from the 96 of Ridner. He's in the number 6 position. For the lead, here comes Dustin Burge to the inside of Mefford.
Your defending series champion, Dustin Burge, the 63 machine from Anderson, Indiana, works to the inside of Brandon Mefford as they work their way through turns 3 and 4. And as they come on a turn number 4, lap number 9, possibly, no, Brandon Mefford with just a bumper. He'll lead that last lap.
Oh, he wouldn't have if it was like Talladega and the finish line was down the straightaway a little further, because Burge had him just moments after the finish line. Nonetheless, it's a great battle for the number 1 position. Middle of the back straightaway. Here comes top qualifier Jason Atkinson. Soon to be a 3-car battle for the lead.
The back of the lead lap cars in front of Atkinson for the first time this afternoon, as Atkinson puts a lap on the 163 of Jaron Crabtree, who was the cause of the first caution. Back on lap number 7, Atkinson with a solid lead in that number 73 over 2 seconds. As this time by, they'll complete 19 laps completed, 21 laps to go, this time for Jason Atkinson.
One of the youngest drivers in the field going down the lap there, the 63 of Crabtree. The rear end of that car all mangled up, mostly cosmetic damage, but still the youngster at 14 years of age, moving over, letting the leaders go by. In fact, now the 44 of Colby Lane and the number 30 of TJ Flynn ready to go to the outside.
Into turn 3, out of turn number 4. They'll see the Jason Atkinson will see the cross flag signal this time. We're halfway home. 20 laps completed, 20 laps to go. The 73 of Jason Atkinson is your leader. 63 of Dustin Burge riding in second spot. The 21 Jeff Lane is third. 83 of Brandon Medford is fourth. The 11 Jimmy Kirby rounding out the top 5.
Plenty of great racing action yet to go this afternoon. The Vors Compact Touring Series, another race coming up soon. Then the Vors Welding CRA Late Model Sportsman and the Top Speed Modifieds all racing this afternoon. The UAW Motorsports Cabin Fever Championships presented by the March of Dimes, all here today at Lucas Oil Raceway. And Jason Atkinson with this one in control at this time, just past the halfway mark. About a half straightaway lead over Dustin Burge and Jeff Lane.
Brandon Medford riding in the 4th spot in the 83. Jimmy Kirby comfortably in 5th in the 11. A battle about to brew for 6th spot. The 96 of A.J. Reidner is 6th. The 44 of Colby Lane running in the 7th spot. A little sideways coming out of turn number 4. T.J. Flynn remains in 8th. Blake Hillard is 9th. And now Josh Lank is moved in the top 10 for the first time this afternoon.
Watching as Lane in the 44, that's Colby Lane, trying to close and make a move on the 96 of Reidner, would be for the number 6 position. Checking out the single file formation most of the way around the track, but it looks like, Matt, we're going to see some battles heating up as some of the cars will have their setups go away in the late stages of the race, especially with the long green flag runs.
Another car going a lap down, the 99, rookie competitor Mike Walls out of up north in Mishawaka, Indiana, just south of the Michigan-Indiana state line. Walls a lap down as Jason Atkinson continuing to show the way. The lead now over 3 seconds as he'll make his way out of turn number 4 to complete lap number 24 for the 73 of Jason Atkinson.
Jason Atkinson very well might be looking for the clean sweep today of the 2 races he competes in with CRA. He's going to be starting from the front row in the Vors Welding Late Model Sportsman of CRA. He was not as good in qualifying as what we might have expected him to be in that division, though he was top qualifier in the street stocks. Finished second last week at Anderson and on his way to a possible victory here in the street stock event this afternoon.
25 laps completed, 40 laps to go. Jason Atkinson continuing to show the way in the number 73. As Dustin Burge continues to ride second, Jeff Lane is third in the 21. Brandon Medford fourth in the 83. Jimmy Kirby rounding out the top 5.
Atkinson leading the way in that silver 73, a familiar looking paint scheme with the series. Jeff Lane, in fact, winning a championship in that car not long ago. Crossing the stripe at the line. Atkinson lead continues to grow. It's a straightaway over the 21 of Jeff Lane. We expected those 2 to be at the front of the field at the end of the race. Maybe not the battle we thought we would see between the 2, because Atkinson was able to get out front first, pull away as Jeff Lane struggled, caught behind a couple of cars side by side on the last restart. But quite honestly, Jason Atkinson just has the car no one can compete with today.
Jeff Lane needing something short of a miracle, perhaps a caution flag, to have any shot at Jason Atkinson with 6 laps to go. The lead now 5 1/4 seconds. Atkinson has over Jeff Lane. Lane with another healthy lead over third place, the 83 of Brandon Mefford, who has Jimmy Kirby right on his back bumper. And now A.J. Reidner up to fifth spot in the 96. This time by 5 laps to go for Jason Atkinson.
Final 5 circuits for Atkinson in the 73 car, as he has been so very good in the late model sportsman division over the last few years. Still looking for his first championship with the series. Just has had a lot of bad luck mixed in with a lot of successful finishes, leading the all-time wins list. But we're going to have a caution, so maybe a little bad luck here for Atkinson. Caution out for the number 29 of Mason Keller. Keller has spun coming off of turn number 2, the Steve Keller Triaxle Truck and Gedak Trailer Sales Chevrolet. Mason Keller from Indianapolis spins. He had gone down a lap not all that long ago and brings out the yellow. 5 circuits from the finish, 35 complete, 5 to go in this 40-lapper for the Stealth Trailer CRA Street Stocks. It's going to give Jeff Lane a chance. Does it give him a valid chance? I'm not so sure that anybody has a valid chance against Jason Atkinson today.
35 laps completed, 5 laps to go. Newcastle, Indiana's Jason Atkinson in the number 73 has Knightstown, Indiana's Jeff Lane flanking his driver's door as they make their way through turns 3 and 4, anticipating the restart.
Jeff Lane and Jason Atkinson, 2 of the best with the series. Bring them off sideways. Maybe a little bit of contact off of 4. Some maybe scuff marks on the left side of that 73. Some tire rubbish from the number 21 of Jeff Lane, but all's good for Jason Atkinson as he races off the second turn with the lead. Problems back in the field for Jeff Johnson, who has made a nice run through the field, picked up some spots, but Johnson loses a couple on the restart. 4 laps to go, single file, the top 4.
Atkinson your leader, Jeff Lane second. Jimmy Kirby has moved his way up into the podium into the third spot of the 11 machine. Shuffling Brandon Mefford back to 4th. And TJ Flynn, the number 30 machine, started 14th. He has cracked the top 5 as he tries to clear the 96 of A.J. Reidner going down the backstretch.
Yeah, no doubt. What a run for Flynn, though. Here comes Reidner to the inside. A couple of orange cars side by side in turns 3 and 4. 3 final laps to go for Jason Atkinson, looking for the street stock win today.
Jeff Lane losing real estate in a hurry as a 73 of Jason Atkinson almost in another zip code here this weekend at Lucas Oil Raceway as he continues to pull away from the Knightstown, Indiana veteran going into 3 and 4. This time by will be 38 laps completed, 2 laps to go for Jason Atkinson in the 73.
Jeff Lane has looked all over the place for maybe a quicker spot to run on the racetrack. He's been all the way up against the wall. He's been all the way to the bottom on the apron of the racetrack. Just doesn't seem to matter. Jason Atkinson has been the man to beat today. Started on the outside of row number 4 in the 8th position. Took over the lead in the first half of the race and now running away with it. White flag coming out this time for Jason Atkinson.
Brian Duncan, your chief starter, not surrendering. He's throwing the white flag. That time by 1 lap to go for Jason Atkinson as he'll make his way through turns 1 and 2 for the final time this afternoon in a street stock. We'll see him a little bit later on the CRA Late Model Sportsman Series, but Atkinson will lead him into turns 3 and 4.
The Accelerator race cars, Richmond Performance Chevrolet. Newcastle, Indiana driver Jason Atkinson exits turn number 4 to Brian Duncan's double checker. Jason Atkinson wins the season opener for the Stealth Trailer CRA Street Stocks. Jeff Lane second, Jimmy Kirby third, Brandon Mefford 4th. Finishing in the 5th spot, the 30 of TJ Flynn. Taking 6th, A.J. Reidner, 7th, Colby Lane. In the 8th position for our season opening event, Blake Hillard, 9th, Jeff Johnson, and 10th, Josh Lank. Finishing 11th, Derek Lane. 12th was Larry Lathan. 13th, Jim Brown. 14th, James Kirby. 15th, Joe Hensel. 16th, Mike Walls. 17th, Jaron Crabtree. Finishing in the 18th position, Mason Keller. And 19th, Dustin Burge. And falling out after a lap or so, Ricky Young in this street stock event. Top 5 making their way around turn number 4, heading to the front straightaway. First, A feature of the afternoon, the UAW Motorsports